Hey guys, Chris from Ultimate Recycler. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going dumpster diving again. A few weeks back I did a bit of a scout around town, I didn't actually jump in, I just reached in and pulled out a lot of good insulated copper wire. I was looking for building materials for a shed project at home. And a few of you said, yes please, more dumpster diving videos. So today, conditions aren't too bad. I've finally found time to go out and have a look. It's been so hot and then it's been wet. We've had all sorts of weather lately. Today's pretty good. The planets have aligned all right, although it's a little windy, so maybe Saturn's a little bit out of kilter. If the wind noise gets too bad, which it's picking up now, I might do a bit of a voiceover. I'll see what the footage is like when I get back. So let's hop in the ute and we'll go up to that new development where I've got permission from the site managers to have a look in the skips. Hopefully we find something. Come on, let's go. Alright, so we're right at the edge of town here and you can see that new fence. That's where the new development's going. Recently they did some road works where they've just got a turning lane where that white car's going past now. Now, Nagambi's only a small town, and if we look in my mirror, and I'm not sure if the camera is going to focus doing this. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see straight down the end of that road, there's a roof of a brick building. That's the old mill, which is only about, I don't know, 50 yards from my shop. So I don't have very far to go to check these skips, which is pretty awesome. In fact, you don't have very far to go anywhere in Nagambi. I could easily walk it, but then again, I'm not going to carry back building materials without my ute. So let's go in and have a look. I'm not sure how many skips there are around there at the moment. It was just before Christmas I got permission, and that was about 2-3 weeks back, so I just haven't had a chance. So let's drive in now and have a look around, because they did want me to come in during working hours so it didn't look sus. You know, someone around a building site after hours looks like you're pinching building materials. So it's absolutely fantastic we're allowed in, and the site managers, if you didn't see the first video, and I will link it underneath, the site managers were very, very happy that someone was trying to keep stuff out of landfill. So, alright, let's just pull up and have a look in that one. Good thing also that because this site's basically fenced, they shouldn't be locking their dumpsters. And what have we got? We've got a large pot there, might be handy. Looks like a lot of tape off something. And some bubble wrap. I'm going to grab that. Now, anyone that does a lot of eBay work will understand why I value this bubble wrap. It's actually extremely expensive to buy in rolls at the post office. This will be awesome. And the first tub I got out makes a perfect step. Something I'm going to have to perhaps bring when I'm going diving in those skips is maybe a long broom handle with a hook on the end, because I don't fancy jumping in. I'm not as young as I used to, and I don't know if I'd get out of some of them. So alright, we'll take this little step for now and all this beautiful bubble wrap. Okay, we've got a couple more skips here next to this community centre they're building. This actually was one I got a lot of wire out of last time. Obviously it depends at what stage you check the skips, because when a building's been wired, oh, more bubble wrap, geez. When the electricians are here, you're going to get a lot of wire, and when they're finished you won't get so much. Aha, more wire, nice thick wire. Sometimes I take buckets home, they're always handy for storing scrap. I don't really need any cement sheet at the moment, but I'll have a rummage through here. I'll grab the extra bubble wrap and a bit more wire. Let's have a look in this other one. Oh, we have some building materials. Interesting. I think that piece is long enough to be useful. Well, lots of tin. Oh, we have some more wire. It's going to be pretty consistent, I think, from this place. Yep, beauty. Okay, I may spend a bit longer in this one because down the bottom is quite a lot of this square section, and it's extruded aluminium. It's fairly heavy. With the prices being so good, I'm going to dig some of that out. Well, I haven't missed yet. I've been getting things out of every skip. It was great to get some extruded aluminium. This one though was almost empty. However, even in its emptiness, there's some wire down the bottom. The only problem is my arms aren't long enough, so I definitely need a broomstick or something with a hook on it. If you do a bit of dumpster diving, let me know underneath what your preferred hooking method is. As I said, if I jumped in there, my aching joints probably won't allow me to get out. So I might have a look and see what's in the ute, and I'll hook that bit of wire. It's only data cable, but we might as well grab it. Go gadget arm. Oh, yep. Oh, it's only a little bit there. So this isn't quite long enough, but I think I can get it out. Okay, 4 skips, 4 wins. Let's look at number 5. Actually, the weather's quite nice out here. The wind's backed off a bit. Oh, look, more wire. Beautiful. That's going to make the trip pay anyway. Let's dig that out. What else have we got? They're only offcuts, but they're heavy. Bit of general rubbish in this one. Don't really want boxes. Oh, there's lots of bits of wire though. We might throw all them in a bucket. It'll add up to pretty good weight. So our wire pile is building. We've got our extruded aluminium. I have picked up a couple of lengths of timber. And lo and behold, a can of Dulux paint, unopened, full, feels good, and it happens to be the same colour code, Hi-Ho Silver, as what we've used at home. So hey, that's handy. Let's go to, what else have we got? There's no more buildings down that way. There's another skip over there where the workers are working. There might be another couple down that street. So we'll go and have a look down there. It sure is fun doing this, and it's so enjoyable when you don't have to look over your shoulder just in case someone thinks you're doing the wrong thing. I find all the tradies just walk past with a g'day, and it kind of helps that I've got a white Hilux ute. I think I just look like another tradie. Well, every skip's producing today. I just got a nice big sheet of 6mm MDF. That'll be handy at home for something. More wire, which I'm just picking out some bits. There's a bit of scrap, a bit more bubble wrap. And the good thing when you're getting these houses, when they're doing the fit outs and putting all the electrical things in, have a look in the boxes. Here's a spare vent for this, what is it, a bathroom fan and light thing. There's one of these expandable ducting things, and I think I saw in here a brand new switch. So that's all good value. If I don't use it myself, I can sell it in the shop. Last skip in this row, I think it's number 8. Plasterboard's not very exciting, but we still have some wire. Oh, well, you can't have a dumpster diving video without actually diving in one, so I did get in this one, pulled out a bit of wire. Not much else in here, but it's always worth a look, and I think I can get out of this one. Okay, another bucket of wire. So no skip has failed me today, and I think that's the end of this little development as far as skips go, but I'm going to come back and check them. I might check them in a week and see if there's been much more go in. I did provide a source of entertainment to the young tradies watching an old fart get out of a skip, but I managed to get out. So let's throw this in the ute. I don't think I'll go and do any others around town. We'll go back to the shop, have a look what we got, and I think I've only been an hour, maybe a little bit less. Alright guys, I just checked the time when I filmed the introduction to this video, and it was 2:20. It's now exactly 3:20, so an hour, including driving there and back, which as you saw wasn't far. I've got a whole ute full of bubble wrap. In fact, if I had had a major accident on the way back, I've got airbags already deployed on the back seat. Let's take it through to the back of the shop. We'll weigh up the wire. We'll have a look at the other bits and pieces I've got. And let's see how we did for, look, an hour's having a fossick around in skips. Let's start with the timber I scored. And this is one of my motivations for doing the skips, because I'm going to extend my shed at home and I want to try and do it all out of salvaged materials. So there's one really nice length of, oh, I'm not sure what size that is. It's not 4 by 1.5. It's size down 3 by 2 perhaps. Or 3 by 1.5, I'd say, in the old measurement. I don't know what that is in mil, but that's a nice straight piece. There's that good sheet of MDF, it's about 6mm. There's a nice solid piece of what I'd call 3 by 2, 3 by 1.5, not sure. I'm not up with timber sizes, but that'll make a handy noggin, and a good piece of like a barge board type piece there. So I'm going to grab every piece that's long enough to be useful, and gradually I'll acquire enough materials to start extending my shed. Let's go and have a look out the back at everything else I've taken in. So let's look at our spoils. We've got this massive pile of bubble wrap, And I just checked online at our post office. You can buy rolls of bubble wrap 300mm wide, so a foot wide, by, I forget how long, 10 metres I think they were. So, you know, that's a reasonable amount of bubble wrap. This is a giant amount of bubble wrap. They charge $25 for one of those rolls. So this would have to be, it'd have to be pushing $100 worth of bubble wrap if you went to buy it retail. Now, admittedly, those of you who don't have a use for it, it's like, who cares? It is soft plastic. It should be recycled anyway, but hey, that's going to save me a lot of money with my eBay side of the business, so that's awesome. I'll pack that away. The can of paint, well, a can of paint that size would probably be $25. Dulux is a very good brand, and it's the right colour for home, so I'm taking that home. But look, there's some really good value there. I even found a roll, brand new roll of paper towel. It was just on top of a skip, so I'll put that in the shop kitchen. These ones come out of the box of that bathroom light assembly. They're brand new vents with a clamp, unpackaged, and this expandable, what do you call it? Flue ducting, I think you call it. And there's even some switches with the three-way switch. If I can't get $10 for that lot in the box, then I'll give up my day job. That should be an easy sell for 10 bucks. Now our wire, which is always the good payer, or generally speaking, we've got 6.5 kilos of wire there. It's all good thick household cabling wire. There was a little bit of data cable, I'm not even including that. So what do we have? 6.5 kilos. It was about $4 a kilo last I checked, so that's $26 worth of wire. That will go straight into my bins, ready to take to Melbourne next trip. There was a little bit of steel. I'm not going to weigh that up. It might be, you know, 20-30 cents worth of steel. It was just in one of the boxes. I threw it in anyway, so I won't even add that in. I'll weigh up the extruded aluminium in a tick, and it had plugs on the end which I popped out with a screwdriver, and they're actually cast aluminium. I thought they'd be plastic, so there's not a lot of weight there. I won't weigh those, but we'll get a weight on this tubing and see what that works out at. And our lovely extruded aluminium weighs pretty well exactly 5 kilos. So that's really nice, and there probably was more in the bottom of that skip. I kind of was not going to dig around too much, but if I check the skips regularly I shouldn't miss much. Let's write some things down. The wire we had, insulated wire, we had around about $26. The extruded aluminium is paying $2 a kilo at the moment, so there's $10. The steel I did weigh up, it was about 50 cents actually. Little bit of cast aluminium, little bit of data cable. That's probably all the scrap. But look, even at that, even at those two, $36 in an hour, easy going, readily saleable commodities. And I've got all that bubble wrap, and I've even got a really handy basket bucket that I think I'll take with me because it was good to stand on. It's strong enough. And then once I got out of the skip again, I could put the wire in that and carry it back to the ute. So that might be one to come along with me, and I need to go and find a broom handle. Plus we got those ductings and the vents, $10 there. That made it $46 of saleable stuff, and we got our can of paint, which I'll use at home, and mountains of good value of bubble wrap. So how good was that in an hour? And we saved it all from going to landfill. A little bit disappointing to see in all those skips, all that plastic. I mean, admittedly I saved the bubble wrap, but there was a lot of other plastic wrapping and lots of cardboard boxes. Now, they all should be recycled, but I don't think the skip companies pull them out. I have seen skips around that say cardboard only, so it'd be nice for them to have one of those up there. But then again, you've got to get the tradies to sort it, and that's most of the problem. And even the copper wire, I mean, there's so much value in the copper wire that you wonder why they just throw it out. But then the tradies charge it out. They're getting paid for it anyway. And I guess most of the guys I saw working up there were young guys. They were probably apprentices. And I bet you if they start sorting what goes into the skip and keeping a bit of wire aside, I bet you their boss jumps straight on them, because the boss wants them to be productive, do the wiring, do the job. Don't worry about the rubbish, just throw it out. Don't waste any time. So you can kind of see why it happens. You know, there's no one there to take responsibility for sorting the recycling. It's not a payable position. But certainly I'm going to run around there each week. It's going to be very lucrative for me. I will film regularly. If it starts to become the same thing each time, I might back off a bit. But look, there's great stuff here for me, good value. I get to do videos. I was talking to one of the tradies up there, and you know, I said, well, look, this stuff's, you know, the insulated copper's $4 a kilo. And he went, oh yeah, but those guys are probably on pretty big hourly rates and they don't really care. So I'm happy to take it. I hope you've enjoyed this. Dumpster diving, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of guys out there on YouTube doing it, and interestingly, it's a bit over 30 degrees today. It's quite muggy and humid, and it was quite sweaty work doing all that, jumping in the skips and that. And yet just the other day I was watching Thumbprint in Canada dumpster diving, and it was minus 35. Everything was frozen solid. So talk about extremes. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I've enjoyed this. I hope you have. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.